Well, when it comes to sports, Nigeria is one of those countries that you just have to remember when you think of that particular sector, because we've been very, very formidable. The youths are really going to sport and they are doing well. Well, right now in wrestling, Nigerian Wrestling Federation are doing everything possible to promote that sport, and we'll be starting with that first story where Nigerian wrestler did well over there at Al Jadida in Morocco. They actually won very well. They did well. They won about 4 gold medals and also silver alongside bronze medals to make this country proud. The likes of Blessing Obrodudu, Adrayo Adekoroye, a younger sister, Messi Adekoroye, and also Jumoke Adegoke. They all did well in the competition where they won huge for Nigeria. Well, good one for that. We just have to look at that particular story. After they traveled to Morocco, they promised that they would come back with so many medals, and they did. They went there, they saw, and they also conquered, winning 4 gold. They also did well in silver, bronze medal, and the men too. We only have 3 men. They also did well. Congrats to the entire team Nigeria wrestlers who actually did us proud at Al Jadida in Morocco. Well, welcome you on the show 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Joining me to talk sport this evening is Emmanuel Fashemi. Good to have you, Emmanuel.
Good evening, Adeni.
And now let's, just like I mentioned earlier, our ladies, our guys, they did well in wrestling. We are celebrating them because it's not easy to just go for competition. Some countries will go there, they won't win anything. Or
Yes,
you go there,
true.
you win gold, silver, bronze, making yourself to be known in, at least in the continent, even outside the continent.
Yeah, it was a good one, a good outing for the Nigerian wrestlers. They did very, very, very well. And for Oburududu is one of the most successful Nigerian wrestlers we have right now. After winning in all her 11 appearances in the African Championship, she has won gold in all of it. So making her the most successful wrestler when it comes to Nigeria. And we know the man at the helm of affairs. He himself was a former wrestler, though he didn't wrestle for Nigeria, he wrestled for Canada. He's a man who understands the sport very, very well. And with the crop of wrestlers we have right now, and not just being the president of that federation per se, he's also putting inputs, because his skills, what he has learned in Canada, things he has known, that is the Wrestling Federation president, things he knows about wrestling, he's also putting it in that federation, and that's why the success we are seeing right now is his effort and every other person working with him.
And I think to some extent now, maybe a lot of people are looking at, maybe we should be allowing ex-athletes to actually run the affairs of being the chairman or president of any federation. Because if you look at Daniel Igali has been able to, I was there. That kind of mentality, I did it. In fact, I won gold at the Olympics. I'm an Olympian. Whatever you want to claim as an athlete,
he has achieved
more
than you think. Okay, in the last National Sports Festival right there in Benin, he was on ground even when they had to change venue. When the match was being laid, you know, it's match they call what they fight on. When the match was being laid, he was there. He made sure that they didn't lay the match wrongly, and was the right match for the sport. So it shows how experienced he is, and this is what we want to see. Well, it's just like the volleyball president also, who is always at every tournament making sure that things work well. He comes before even every other person. So, and if you look at Daniel Igali, he has really worked well in this federation. With the way things are going, it was only our wrestler who won a medal at the last Olympics. Now in the African Championship, every of their athletes every Nigerian wrestler that went to Jeddah in Morocco came back with a medal. Congratulations, that to tell you, this man knows what he's doing. And if you say maybe our former athletes, we know they are the principal actors of this particular sport. I would say some of them might not have that administrative skills right now, but when it comes to the sports proper, they know what it is. So if we can have them, even though they are not the president, but let them be among the board members that are controlling, running the affairs of that particular federation. Who says it will not do us good? If you go to other climes of the world, let's take a look at Samuel Eto'o. He has hit the ground running ever since he came assume office as the federation FECAFOOT president for Cameroon. So look at a couple of others. So I think if we have our former athletes, footballers in running our affairs, I think, because when you are not getting it wrong, they would actually come in with their expertise and then say, okay, do it this way, don't do it this way. We've been there before, we know what it is, we know what it takes. So it's going to be a good one when we see our former athletes and footballers running the affairs of our various sports.
Good one there. We just hope that everything will continue to go well with Nigerian sport. Nigerian wrestlers doing us proud there over there at El Jadida in Morocco, winning big and huge over there in that competition. Now, let's talk about the Women's Champions League over the weekend. It was a good one for Barcelona, but it was not so good. They tried their best, but Lyon Feminine seems to be the Real Madrid of Champions League. They were able to defeat them 3-1. Good one for Lyon, coming again to show class. Even before the game, people were already tipping Lyon, but I was actually hoping and rooting for Barcelona Femenino, but it wasn't to be.
I think the Lyon ladies have actually know what it is to win the Champions League.
They've tested it, so they know what it is.
They know what it is. So for Barcelona, I think they should try again. They actually gave it their best. 3-1 on the night it ended. For the first time, if you watch the final, it was packed full, maybe because it's Barcelona, but I don't think so. We also saw that when the stadium was packed full for the FA final between Chelsea, the ladies of Chelsea, and the Manchester City ladies. So also in the Champions League, I love the atmosphere. I love what I see.
If they did not zoom the camera, if you're actually watching from afar, just see your team, you'll be thinking, these are guys.
Because the way they played, they were fast, accurate passes, skillful, and I love. In fact, when I was watching, I was just smiling.
Some dribblings and all that.
So it was a good one. Congratulations to Lyon Feminine. Barcelona, like I said, they should try again. They came close last time. They did not win it. This time around again, coming close, getting to the final.
They won in 2019, so they should celebrate with that.
And they should celebrate with that 2020. They wanted to win it back to back, but they could not do it. Now Lyon has actually put a smile on their own face, and then Barcelona overall they still have to celebrate their league title that they won, and with our own assist as well as scoring 20 goals, winning the Golden Boot, like what we saw yesterday in the PL. So congratulations to Lyon ladies.
This season seems to have a lot of similarities. Liverpool, they did not win the league, but at least Salah won the Golden Boot. He shared it with Son. But you look at also in La Liga, for ladies now, I'm talking about Barcelona Femenino, they got to the final of Champions League.
They did not lost. Win it.
They won the league in their own side. Asisa Oshoala won the Golden Boot. Somehow.
So that is football. And sometimes similar things happen in football, and you begin to wonder what is it and why is it this way. But that is the spirit of the game. That is why we love it, because some interest, unlike what happened yesterday, everybody thought it was over. Not until somebody came into the party and
changed everything.
Within 2 minutes. We saw 2 goals, and it was Uhuru for Manchester City. But that aside, they should celebrate that. For the Lyon ladies, they should just enjoy their
fast becoming the Real Madrid of
yes, because Women's Champions League, because they have won it more than any other theme when it comes to the Women's Champions League. So I think, like you said, they are becoming the Real Madrid for the ladies in the Champions League. So let's see, maybe
before others will dream to get close
from where they are, they added more.
Because look at Real Madrid, now they have 13, going for the 14th. And you'll be wondering, how come, when, where were other teams, where were they?
Some person might say, okay, when they were winning all this title, it was not, they had 16 teams. At some point when they started, it was 9, from 9, 16. But when it became 32, they also won, when it became 32, when you had to play about how many matches,
your group.
more in your group stage. From group stage, you get to the second round, quarter-final, semi-final, and the final. So they've in the last 5 years, they've won it more than any other team when it comes to Champions League. That is Real Madrid. They've won about 4 titles in the last 5 years. So that's to tell you, I used to call them Champions League themselves. Real Madrid is the Champions League themselves.
Real Madrid, Champions League themselves, just at least looking at what the Leon ladies did well against Barcelona Femenino as they won that game 3-1 to lift UEFA Champions League women in Europe over the weekend. Now, she's talking about some football stories. Now, let's look at German Bundesliga playoff. The first leg favored Hamburg against Hertha Berlin, but the second leg is coming up. That will be tonight. Hamburg, they'll be playing at home against Hertha Berlin. First leg, they won 1-0 away. That's the home of Hertha Berlin. Now they are at home. A lot of people are looking at Hamburg are back to Bundesliga because they will do everything possible.
Yes, for Hamburg, they are one of the strongest teams when it comes to Bundesliga. They've been in Bundesliga for quite some time, almost about 11 years before they went on relegation, and now they are battling. They want to come back to Bundesliga as it stands, and is Hertha Berlin going to stop them? First leg they won away, and the reverse fixture, anything can. This is football. We've seen result of a turnaround when it comes to, and mostly when you are having a very slim win, like one goal, the lone goal they scored the last time, as in that was last week. But this reverse fixture, I think Hamburg is going to do everything to close out the result and see that they come back to the Bundesliga. They go relegated. That was about 3 seasons back,
and that was the first time.
That was the first time they are going on relegation. So it's just like Arsenal in England, they've never been to relegation. So Hamburg, the same. They wanted to keep that record, but they couldn't. They had a very bad result. But now they want to come back to Bundesliga. How long are they going to stay this time around that they are coming? For the first time, they went on relegation. Are they going to make it the second one? Though for the second leg today, let's see who takes it. The Hertha Berlin wants to come back. Hamburg wants to come back to the league. Who gets that sole ticket? We are going to see tonight.
We're going to see tonight between Hamburg and Hertha Berlin. Hamburg actually leading with a goal, rather. They score in the first leg in the home of Hertha Berlin. But tonight, they are at home. I'm sure their fans will be rooting for them to win that particular encounter and come back to the Bundesliga proper.
That is where they belong.
That's where they belong. And from the way it is, it's a big battle because it's just a goal. Anything can happen. They can turn things around. I'm talking about Hertha Berlin. Now, just as we talk about Germany, let's look at the way the table is, even though PSG, they've won the league in French League 1, but at least for those who love French League 1, there are Nigerians who actually love that league. Paris Saint-Germain, they ended the race with how many points? 86 points. 86 points with a goal difference of 54. What's a way to go? Olympique Marseille with 71 points. AX Monaco with 69. That's how it ended in the French league table. So the 3 teams right now, they qualify for UEFA Champions League next season. And you have Monaco, Marseille, PSG. Who knows, maybe this is PSG's year. And for Europa, we have Reims now. Reims, OGC, Nice. That's a good one for Nice. They'll be playing Europe also, Europa Cup. And you have Reims also qualifying. Strasbourg, RC Lens, Olympique Lyon. You have Nantes and Lille, all standing from 6 to 10. From 11 to 20 now, if you look at how the table is standing from 11 to 20, it's a bit, very tough for some clubs. Because right now, FC Metz and Bordeaux, surprisingly, Bordeaux are out. They are down now. The 2 teams are down. But for Saint Etienne, they still have grace. They have grace there. to still remain if they are able to win their own playoff?
It's quite interesting. The thing is, I think the French Ligue 1 will have about 3 teams outside the Champions League team. They also have about 3 teams to join them, making it 6 in Europe because Nantes won the Coupe de France. So
and there's this space for Conference League.
For Conference League. So they're going to have about 6 teams competing in Europe next season. And for PSG, they are masters. If you ask me, they are masters of the league because the way they've played the league over the last 10 years, they've made it their own. So winning last season, they lost the league, and this time around they came back and what they lost last season, they got it back. But what they really want is the Champions League. It has eluded them. They've never won it. The first time they got to the final, they lost to Bayern Munich. And last season, everybody thought it was going to be PSG, Man City in the final, but it did not happen. Man City didn't even get to the semi-final. They were knocked out. They themselves, they were knocked out in the quarter-final. So for the League 1, it's an interesting league. Let's see if PSG, like you mentioned, if this is going to be their year in Europe, can they win the Champions League? Is a question they will answer. If Pochettino will still remain with them, we don't know.
Now, still talking about the French League 1, a lot of things has to do with getting some player. I noticed that most players, look at Camavinga. Camavinga has been shining since he moved to Real Madrid. They wanted to get Mbappe. I'm talking about Real Madrid. They couldn't get Mbappe. But now, attention is also coming out. Although before we go to transfer stories, I'm just looking at French League 1 that people call Farmers League. A lot of stars have been picked from that same Farmers League to dominate Europe. Look at when Drogba came. Drogba, Adebayor, Henry, a lot of them, even Eto'o.
Yeah,
they've always come to EPL La Liga to become a star.
One thing with the French League is that they have a very good program for youths. When they are leaving that place, they are very young. When Thierry Henry came to England, he was young. When Drogba left Marseille, he was a young man. Adebayor when he left. So they have this very good program that their academic teams, their youth teams, they are very solid. They have these facilities. They know how to groom talents, and then when they groom them, they just they let them go and they become stars wherever they go to. And that is what we are seeing with the Camavinga right now. If Mbappe had gone to Real Madrid, I bet you this man would have been he would have been one of the best striker we have in Europe. Though he still is the best, one of the best striker we have in Europe, but when it comes to Real Madrid, they would have everything he's coming with.
It would have been their McQueen signing.
So, but he decided to stay back in PSG. He knows why he made that decision. But overall, the youth system in France for me is top notch. If you go to Germany, the same thing. But the team that has a very good youth upbringing is Borussia Dortmund. They groom young talents and then they let them go. When they go to other teams, they do very, very well. We saw Gundogan, who came from Borussia Dortmund. Now Haaland has come to Man City. We've seen Mario Götze leaving Borussia Dortmund, going to Bayern Munich. So these are if me as a coach, if I want to get youth, I will go to France or I go to Germany. The third place of call is Netherlands. They also have good youth programs for the academics and what have you. So it's good for those who call the French League Farmers League.
I still don't understand.
I don't think so, because we have good players coming out of there. Look at Mbappe.
Because of the dominance of a team, then you name it Farmers League.
But really, a team, okay, what would they say about the German Bundesliga, where Bayern Munich have dominated for?
They will call it Taylor's League.
So, but it's a good one. This is football. When it comes to Europe proper, why they are calling them the Farmers League? When last did French League a team wins the Champions League? So it's between England and Spain.
And when last is an Italian team won or win the Champions League?
It's the last team that won the Champions League for an Italian team. I think it's AC Milan.
If we are not calling Italia Serie A Farmers League, And then you refer to France now, just because PSG is dominant force there, or you Bayern. Then maybe, like I said earlier, they will call Bundesliga Taylor's League.
No, it's because of their pedigree in Europe. That is why some persons are naming them.
People are just following, at times when we just attack something, so a particular person or team or wherever, that thing.
But I think the Leon ladies is breaking that barrier right now.
So well, people they will still want to cut it that. Okay, it's women football, this, that.
But
men.
what I saw on TV on Saturday, it was some men can't even play the way
that team can beat some men.
That team will beat some as in some teams who are, well, maybe let's even assume if they ask the Lyon ladies to play against some teams in England, that is the male team, not the female team.
What do you want to mention now? Don't mention it.
Arsenal.
No, I won't take that. Come on. They can't beat Arsenal. But candidly, we've been talking about all the leagues in Europe, having an attention on French League One and also Bundesliga, to let you have a feel of how things been done there. Even though people call them Farmers League, but really, a lot of big clubs come there to pick players, either presently or in the past, where they've been able to raise a lot of stars in the French league and also in the Bundesliga, where the two leagues really are doing well. When it comes to profit, they are not owing too much, although for French league, but for German league, they really don't owe too much debt there. And you just have to give it up to them because they really manage the affairs of Bundesliga so well that it's very, very rare. You see clubs entering a lot of issue of debt in German Bundesliga. Now, let's quickly look at, well, the season is winding up, and it's finished in some places. Well, mostly all the European club teams right now, they finished their league. But transfer news will begin to come up now because a lot of clubs will be buying, selling, loaning, and all that. Now, let's look at Real Madrid. They are keen on Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao has been fantastic, a very good player, and also Aurelien Tchouameni after Kylian Mbappe missed. They wanted to get Mbappe, it didn't work out. Mbappe decided to stay back in PSG, and they want this player, a very good player, Tchouameni, and also Rafael Leao. They are going for the two players. Who knows? In fact, they are even saying they are adding Lewandowski.
Yes, Lewandowski, everybody thought he's going to go to Barcelona.
It's still open.
He's still open, but let's see, he might want to go to Real Madrid, where he wants to taste maybe the Champions League again, or maybe the La Liga title. But as it stands, I think for Real Madrid, they are having a plan B. If the plan A was to get Kylian Mbappe as a marquee signing, but since it's not going to work, then
it didn't work. Not that it's not going to work.
It didn't work. Then they had to switch their attention to the players they know can replace. The team is aging. We can't
Benzema.
Get that 100% performance from Benzema next season, going by his age right now. We have Toni Kroos, who is also who is aging. Look at Modric at the back line. You have Marcelo. We have the back line. We have Nacho, who's no longer a young man. We have Carvajal, who's not a young man. So they are
Isco is going.
Isco is going out of the team. So they are looking for places where they can bring in the young ones, stay with these experienced players, as in they understudy them, and then they grow into the team. Like the way Valverde is doing right now. Valverde is one player who is going to stand as in going to be a shining star for Real Madrid in time to come. So for Real Madrid, they know how to sign players. They have that eye. Their scouting team, their scouting team is top notch. They know the right player to pick for their team, and they know when to buy a player. Look at when they came for Cristiano Ronaldo. They know that, okay, if we are going to spend this amount of money on this guy, we will get what we bargained for him. And they came in 2009. Ronaldo left Manchester United and head straight to Real Madrid. Every other thing was history, and he actually proved the money spent on him. So for Real Madrid, whenever they want to buy, they know the key players to sign.
Well, for Tchouameni and also for Rafael Leao, who we know as a Portuguese player, he has done well with AC Milan, a fantastic player. If they can get one of these two, in fact, that would be nice, because at the front there, they can join Vinicius Junior, Benzema, despite his aging little by little now. They can add, if Leao gets in, or Tchouameni, or they can get Lewandowski, Probably they actually about 5 lineup star strikers that they can get. Whoever they get from these guys, it will be a blessing for them.
A big blessing, and if I'm Ferrento Perez right now, I will actually go for Leo because he contributed a lot to AC Milan winning the title. Yesterday, he was fantastic on the pitch when they actually swept Sassuolo away. Everybody thought Sassuolo was going to stop the AC Milan celebration. For 11 years, they've not tasted the title, and Rafael was the man because I was actually watching him. I wanted to see the much talked about the Leo, but yesterday he didn't prove me wrong. He was fantastic. So if I'm Ferrento Perez, then I will do everything within my power to actually see if, to get that Leo, because he's going to be a good buy for that team. With the pace of Vinicius Junior, I think Leo is just going to complement it, and they are going to tear any defense apart. If on a very good day, if he's in form and they are in form, then Real Madrid will be a team to beat in Europe next season.
Good one there. We've been looking at Real Madrid gunning for Tchouameni and also Rafael Leao. If they can get one of them or the two, who knows? That would be a fantastic buy for Real Madrid, who missed out on Kylian Mbappe after he decided to stay back with PSG. Although it was a painful one for La Liga, even the president Tebas was not happy, but you just have to accept it. He has chosen where his heart belongs and let him enjoy the football. But from the way it is right now, the Los Merengues are trying to see who they will actually get to fill in that particular gap, because they want a Marquis signing. And they cannot get a Marquis signing, they get a player that can fill in alongside Vinicius Junior, Benzema, and the rest of them over there at Santiago Bernabeu. And before we go, well, a goalkeeper of Arsenal, Ben Leno, right now as we speak, is interested in a lot of clubs. And Benfica, they want to get the Arsenal goalkeeper, Ben Leno. Well, he has been behind the Ramsdale since Arteta took over, and the best thing for him is to leave.
The best thing for this young man is to leave Arsenal because Ben Leno, for me, was a very good goalkeeper. But when Ramsdale came in, Arteta opted for Ramsdale, and Ramsdale has been in between the stick for the North London team. But so far so good. Let him just find his feet in any. If it's Benfica, then Benfica is also a good team. He's sure of getting Champions League football next season if it really goes there. So for Ben Leno, let him just make that move and go experience life elsewhere. Because the German goalkeeper, the ever-aging German goalkeeper, that is Manuel Neuer, just put pen to paper with 1 more year contract for Bayern Munich. So these are the keepers who are hoping to take over from him in the German national team. So if he doesn't get regular play, he might not get the national team call-up.
Well, actually, goalkeepers, they have a longer lifespan when it comes to football. They can play up to 40, 45 because of the fact that they are always laid back at the back of the team. Good one for Ben Leno. If you can move to Benfica, looking at it, wrapping it up on 360 Sport, on Trust TV. I've been with Emmanuel Fashemi. Thank you very much.
It's always been my pleasure.
Thank you very much for staying glued to watch 360 Sport this evening. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.